So tell us how this process could unfold.
Good morning, Danica. Look, I've been up all night watching this. I haven't had this much fun since I was a student radical many years ago. Look, this is a snap impeachment. They're going to try to impeach the president today, and they will in the next couple hours. And then it goes to the Senate, where Mitch McConnell is not going to consider it until January 19th, which is about 6 days from today, anyway. And so nothing's going to happen. I mean, Trump cannot be convicted because he'll be out of office. And at that stage, they'll just be going after a private citizen. So it's a little murky. Right now, the people in the House are determined to, majority are determined to impeach the president to show their anger. Frankly, Danica, some of these people, they're just talking like they are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. They are very upset about what happened last week, and they're quite shaken by it. So it's not very rational. The president, of course, has denied any responsibility, and in many senses, you can't blame the protesters. You can't blame him for what the protesters did. It was a protest that just morphed into a mob scene, and then after that, it was just everybody for himself. Now, I get the impression that the Democrats are determined to hurt Donald Trump as much as they can in his last 7 days, and to deter him from doing anything with his pardon powers and those kinds of things. I think they're trying to make the president radioactive. They're just trying to destroy him and all the people around him. And there's not a moderate left in the place. And when I hear Liz Cheney from Wyoming talking about the high ground here, I think, where was she, 17 years ago when her father, the vice president, lied us into the war in Iraq with that baloney about weapons of mass destruction. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on in Washington. But look, if the president were impeached, then the Senate, by a simple majority, not 2/3, could rule or could determine that he is no longer fit for future office. So they're just trying to spike him, along with deplatforming and other things. Donald Trump's world is falling apart. And what's he going to do about it in the next 7 days? My guess is he's going to be issuing a lot of pardons in the next couple of days. And we're probably going to have some violence on January 20th because, the people have come out of the hills. That is, the people who didn't vote for Donald Trump or anybody else. So we're in for another sled here. But
Absolutely.
I think this radioactivity thing, they're going in the wrong direction here because there's not a moderate left in Washington.
Now, we know, Professor, that Trump's fate is really in the hands of a number of Republicans. At least 5 Republicans have already said that they will vote for Trump. Many others would no doubt be angry about the events of last week, but how many will actually put their fingerprint on it?
As few as possible. The Republicans in the Senate want this thing to go away as quickly as possible. So there might be some people who, some rebels right now, who will vote with the Democrats, but he's never going to get the 2/3. They're never going to get the 2/3 majority. They require 17 people to jump ship, and that's just not going to happen because they don't have to make this decision. If they just hang out for 7 days, the man's gone. I mean, that's the end of the story. So, in a sense, this is kind of like one of those kabuki plays where nothing is real. It's all kind of smoke and mirrors and things, and everyone's just kind of going through the motions here. I think real Republicans will just duck for cover right now. And of course, they can't be happy about what actually happened the other day. I mean, that's unacceptable when people start throwing things at each other. On the other hand, I've always said that violence is as American as cherry pie. And I saw it in the 60s and 70s. And, those are great issues. Those are wars in Vietnam, the war in Vietnam, civil rights, the women's movement, the mental health movement. This one is all about Donald Trump and the demonization of one person. And, yesterday, Danica, 4,000 people died while Congress has this little debate about whether to throw this guy out the door or to show him the door. So, you just got to wonder where people are putting their chips down.
Yeah, it's an interesting juxtaposition. Well, a fascinating few hours ahead, no doubt. Professor Joe Siracusa, thank you.
Thank you.